So we just picked up this 73 Custom Deluxe Chevy K20. It was, from what I understand, was told a factory original railroad company truck, which I could see being true. I mean, it's painted a fleet yellow color. It's got a 350 in it with an SM465 NP205 transfer case. The large Spicer hubs are still on the original front end here, Dana 44 with flat top knuckles, 14 bolt full floater. It's got this older style upright, some people refer to them as the Belleview style Warn Winch. I think it's an 8,000. Some of them were 6, but let's see, this one says 8,000. Basically the predecessor to the Warn 8274, which is still a very popular winch, and they still make the 8274-50 today. Well, I'll open that here when I get two hands free. But the interesting thing too, factory 456 gears, which it says on the tag, I'm assuming is still original to it. It's got a 350 that the last owner had pulled out because some teeth were messed up on the ring gear of the flywheel, so it was hard to start. And he replaced the flywheel, did a clutch while he was at it, put the motor back in, and never finished it. It's just sitting in there. Everything's bolted up, except he hasn't finished wiring back up the starter and plugging a few things in, or putting the fan on and radiator and stuff. So it's not that much left to do. It just needs to be done. So I don't know when I'll get a chance to do it, but it's here for when I do. Interesting. I mean, it does have a typical rust, as most all of these did. Mainly in the fenders. The cab, surprisingly, the driver's side is actually pretty good. Even the cab corner's intact and the floor is intact. And what surprised me most was underneath, it's actually pretty rust-free for a 1973. The other side's got rust in this cross piece here, but not actually through the floor. There's a little bit starting here in this corner, but not bad. The other side cab corner's got some. But someone had put some sort of an air ride seat in it. But yeah, kind of. And other interesting thing about this, still got the cable controls for the older Warn winch, which you still see a lot of those winches, but rarely do you see the original cable controls, those pre-electronic solenoids. It's got this flatbed on it, which the framework's pretty decent. The deck is removed. It had a wood deck on it that no doubt rotted out. And ideally it would be nice to just put steel down, but I don't know, we'll see what we got without having to spend too much money on stuff. Steel's expensive. Of course, so is wood, so have an interesting hitch setup. It's got the newer style aluminum wheels, which I don't know, on the squares, I personally am not really that big of a fan of the look on how they look on these trucks, but I don't know, some people might like them on these trucks. I kind of like a different style, but I might change those out and put those wheels on one of the other IFS truck, this body style, which is one of the plow trucks. But anyways, 73 K20, it's on the latest projects list. We'll see what gets done on it. Got the 73 fired up after it's been sitting a while. That gas didn't look too good. sound too bad. Pull the exhaust off that truck over there. Now we're moving some wood blocks in to use for stands on the frame. So I'm gonna have to hop in the 73 here, drive over to the far end of the field, figure out where I left the van last year. The goal is to load the van on the 40-foot gooseneck, along with Bruce's F-250, the last of his 3 trucks he bought, so I can have a place to stay and get his truck up there in one trip. So yeah, I guess the van is back there, blocked in by the GMC and this gooseneck trailer, of which I have no idea if I left batteries in either of these, and if I did, they're dead. There is a battery, so I'm sure that's dead. I'll have to jump start or put a battery in that, get it pulled out, and then I can get in here to jump start this. Okay, now I'm gonna let this battery get some juice in it, and then we'll try to fire that up. Okay, got to 95 wheels, grabbed 5 more so I could do an even 100. And there's still like 50 left, but running out of time. It'll be another day. So here is some of the trucks that may be for sale right now, that can be for sale, that are for sale, that may not be for sale unless I get enough. A few rigs that need parts, money, time, parts I need to buy. So I got to fund that by letting go of some of these. Like the 73, I don't really want to sell it because it's a factory 456 geared 4-speed 205 truck. It's pretty much all original, and the cab like is in pretty decent shape for a 73. Not claiming it's perfectly rust free, but I was told it was an old ex-railroad truck. I mean, it runs and drives good, just fenders need to be replaced eventually, and the winch, I haven't got the winch to work yet or anything, but for a 73, I don't know, I'm not like too keen on selling that, but like, you know, it was for sale for $3,500. If I don't get that, I don't care if I sell it.